Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We recently celebrated the Ram Navami festival. The central theme of Ramayana is the great war between vice and virtue. Virtue on the side of Rama and vice on the side of Ravana. That great battle leaves behind many great lessons for the living entities of this world. There is an outer battle, there is an inner battle. The outer battle that we all face is the degradation that comes about by the distractions, the material distractions, which allure us, tempt us, pollute us, degrade us, and make us succumb to the lower nature. And those who are seriously practicing sadhakas, they will not let themselves to become degraded by the external distractions. And there is also inner battle inside, which is to deal with our desires. So there is desires within and distractions without. There's an outer battle, there's an inner battle also. So again, the inner battle is a kind of tug of war between the lower and higher nature. The lower nature is our conditioned nature, which plunges us into cycle of birth and death over and over again. The higher nature is that which liberates us from material entanglement and transports us back home, back to Godhead. So you will see in this great battle between Lord Rama and Ravana, Ravana had golden chariot. He had a golden city of Lanka. He could even fly in the sky. He had Mayavi mystical illusions by which he would shower tigers and lions and elephants and bears and so many animals from the sky. And other times he would shower lances and spears and swords and maces and all kinds of weapons. Then he would shower stool and urine and bile and mucus and sputum and saliva and all those dirty substances. So it appeared like they are all showering from the sky. They were actually illusions, mystical illusions. So he had the powerful mystical illusions. He was attacking from the sky also. On the other hand, Lord Rama was standing on the ground with all his vanaras. They only had stones and boulders. Stones and boulders and the trees, uprooted trees to throw. So the weapons appear to be very simple. But they won the battle. Why? Because of chanting Jai Shri Ram, isn't it? So by chanting the holy name, they gained the power, although externally appearing to be very simple and unsophisticated. Similarly, the modern day science and technology appears to be very sophisticated, alluring the whole world. But devotees of the Lord are wearing dhoti, kurta, tilak, dancing on the road. They appear to be very simple. But because they carry the holy name with them, just as Hanuman and all Vanaras are chanting the names of Rama, we are chanting the names of Hare Krishna. So devotees will be invested with the power to defeat the so-called materialistic advancement of civilization, which is plunging everybody in stress and tension and depression. Devotees can surpass this attraction and be fixed in the Lord's lotus feet. Similarly, you will see the devotees of the Lord are always guided by Lord and the saints. For example, Hanuman himself was very saintly. He gave saintly advice to Sugriva also and all other Vanaras also. And they were all guided by Lord Rama. They were fighting for Rama. They were ready to lay down their life for Lord Rama. So the devotees are like that. On the other side, Ravana, he paid no heed to Mandodari's good advice. Mandodari clearly told him, Rama is not an ordinary human being. Lord Rama is non-different from Supreme Lord. And if you don't hand over Sita to him, you will be destroyed. She warned him. He just heard it and left it with another ear. He didn't listen to Vibhishan either. He was not in a mood to listen to any good advice from anybody. Even Kumbhakarna advised him, if I die in the battle, brother, you should hand over Sita back to Rama. But he didn't pay heed to him also. So, in this world we find due to the advancement of science, technology, medicine, everything, people become infatuated by power and pride and prestige. They think they can conquer everything in this world and lead a happy life. They don't pay any heed to the saintly advice coming from the Guru, Sadhus and Shastras. They don't pay heed. And you will see that Ravana, although he was very learned, but had no character. He was characterless, so he was destroyed with all his bombastic arrangements for fighting. So, not only that, you will see that when one aligns with the will of the Lord, then the whole cosmic forces help a person to win the battle against Maya. For example, Arjuna, on the side of Pandavas, was fighting. You will find he was given celestial weapons by Indra, Pashupatastra by Lord Shiva. He was given a chariot by Agni, and he was given the horses by Indra again. And Hanuman came and sat on the flag. And Lord Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, agreed to become Parthasarathi, driving his chariot. So when a devotee agrees to align his will with the Lord, then all the cosmic forces combine together to help the devotee. Like Parikshit wants to go back to Godhead, he's hearing Bhagavatam, flowers are showered upon him. Prithu and Archi are going back to Vaikuntha and Vaikuntha airplane, flowers are showered on them. So if you are chanting the holy name, flowers will be showered on you. Devatas are very pleased. Of course, some people may say, but Indra is sending Apsaras to allure the tapasya performers. That is true only for those who are aiming for anything shorter than pure devotional service. If you are looking for anything mundane, then you will become a competitor of Indra. But if you are aiming to go back home, back to Godhead, then all Devatas shower flowers. In this way, all the cosmic forces work together to assist the devotee in going back to Godhead and glorify the Lord. In this way, the great Ramayana brings this most important teaching. The Vanaras and Hanuman, they chanted the holy name and they wrote the holy name on stones and floated the stones and made a floating bridge. They chanted the holy name and gained the Shakti to defeat the highly advanced, technologically advanced army of Ravana. They always walked the path of God by accepting saintly advice. So in this way, sadhakas understanding these things, we can conquer the outer battle and inner battle in our life. And that is why one should know, when you are chanting the holy name daily, you are building your spiritual energy. It is like if you eat food, your belly is satisfied. If you chant the holy name, the soul becomes nourished and satisfied. He becomes empowered. And he becomes empowered to not only conquer Maya, the soul becomes empowered to take shelter of Krishna wholeheartedly when we chant the holy name with great sincerity. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Harinam Prabhu ki